Oh, you guys know what time of year it is. It's the off season, which means there is plenty of time to overanalyze tweets and messages and little things that go on around our New York Jets and take way too big of a deal out of things that I don't think you have to make big deals out of. So let's talk about this. The New York Jets have two big time weapons in their backfield. How will the New York Jets split carries this year? Welcome to Jets Talk. My name is Ryan. I'll be your pilot. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. Boys and girls, I've taken a little bit of time off, and I know you guys have been asking the Monday call-in show, the Tuesday Talking Jets panel, what's the deal? When are they coming back? They're going to be coming back the end of July. Your boy just became a new dad, father of baby Shay. Very excited. I'm taking a little bit of dad time here over the course of summer to kind of reset the mental flow of things, and I'll just be dropping videos here and there of different topics that I see might be worthy of it. So without further ado, I guess we can get into that side of things. We have a two-headed monster in Michael Carter and Breece Hall in the backfield, and a lot of people are talking about what's the carries going to look like. Is there going to be some hurt feelings? I had this sent to me over the course of the last week or so, and it's a tweet that Michael Carter sent out saying, truthfully, I feel unappreciated as a player sometimes, but it's nothing new. It's a marathon, not a sprint, in due time. And a lot of people took that to mean, oh, he's upset that the Jets drafted a running back in the second round, Breece Hall. And this is kind of the thought process I had with Mims last year to an extent, where he thought, hey, I'm going to be the main guy heading into year one with Coach Robert Saleh, and then they bring in Corey Davis, Keelan Cole, they draft Elijah Moore. You kind of like see the mindset that you might have been put in. And Michael Carter, to me, doesn't necessarily feel on that same wavelength. Like that, this I feel like people are reading a little too far into this tweet, because he did have a comment and an interview on the first that I think sort of answered how he's feeling overall, and I'll play that right here.
If you think about it, when he's brought into the backfield, he's going to take some carries that could have potentially been for you. So how do you see a benefit of a running back by committee being helpful for someone like you and not taking the, oh, damn, he's going to steal carries from me kind of approach?
Yeah, I don't really, man, it's enough for all of us to eat, you know what I mean? And like you look at a lot of situations in like the history of the game where like a guy like Nacho Means, who's like, is like a mentor to me, you know, in some ways. And his first, I think his rookie year, like 360 carries. That's crazy. And especially like the way that like how fast guys play now. It's not like necessarily just like a carries game anymore. It's like a touches game. So like with the time and possession that we try to have, and you know the type of like the amount of plays that we run during the game, like we can all eat. And so like obviously Breece is a good player, and I have nothing but respect for him. And he worked hard, and he asked questions, and he's not afraid to ask questions. He's not afraid to mess up right now. Like he understands that it's a marathon and not a sprint.
So if you're asking me, that doesn't sound like a guy that's too concerned about, you know, the carries possibly getting taken away from him. He brings up points about the touches that you wind up getting. So it's not even just about rushes. These guys can run, they can block, they can receive out of the backfield. Last year, Michael Carter in 11 games had 147 rush attempts, 55 targets thrown his way for a total of 964 yards and 4 touchdowns. Breece Hall in college, now only 12 games. So I guess you can kind of say they're similar sample sizes almost to an extent, which isn't really a good way to look at that. But either way, Breece Hall, 253 rush attempts, had 36 receptions, had a total of 1,774 yards and 23 touchdowns. So this guy, you don't draft a running back in the second round and not expect him to kind of be your running back one. But I don't think that's the way Jet fans should really be looking at it. I don't think it's the way that this running back room in general is looking at this anyway. You look at Tevin Coleman, who came in last year, and Michael Carter kind of looked up to him, and you're like, okay, this is the guy that knows the offense. Well, Michael Carter knows the offense. Breece Hall is going to be looking up to Michael Carter in that respect, and they're going to be that 1-2 punch. They're going to keep each other's legs fresh. And this is a good thing for both running backs. It's a good thing for Jet fans because obviously Michael Carter got a little banged up over the course of last year, and he had to miss a few games, and that definitely impacted the way this offense flowed during the games that he was out. So you want to make sure he's on the field and available as much as possible. And not just that, but your running backs in general, your weapons in general. You want to give Zach Wilson as many opportunities to create some success as you can possibly do. So when you're looking at these two backs, I do think there is going to be a skewing towards Breece Hall for sure, and I think you could probably see something along the lines of, maybe 200 or 150 touches from Breece Hall. Maybe you're looking at 100 to 150 touches from Michael Carter. I think it's going to be like a 60-40 split with some of the other guys kind of thrown in there jacking up the percentages a little bit. But this is a good thing. You're going to have fresh legs longer into the year. Breece Hall was always the bell cow at Iowa, and it's not something that he's really had the luxury to have with a guy that's as capable as Michael Carter. You have someone that's here that's willing to share those touches. He's going to keep his legs fresh. You're going to be fresher longer into the season, longer into games. Remember, Breece Hall only playing 12 games all through college, 17 games in the NFL season. This is a long, grueling marathon, like Michael Carter said, not a sprint. And I think he understands that. And I think Jet fans that are going a little too bonkers on things about like, oh, what's going to wind up happening with these guys? Is there this big issue? Is there this divide in the locker room? Let's rip things apart. You listen to some of the reporters asking questions, and they're trying to like poke and pry and create stories, which I get it. It's their job. But at the same time, listen to what these guys are telling you. You listen to Michael Carter. They just released his mic'd up not that long ago, and it was like really fun. They're palling around on the sidelines at training camp, and I think you'll see this sort of, I don't know if I'd call it a family dynamic or just like it just feels like guys hanging out. Like they're all invested into this team, and they're all having fun along the way. They're all young. They're all developing at the same time. They're learning everything at the same time. I don't think there's any divide here. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think this is an issue? Do you think it's something we should watch out for? Do you think it's like, is this a big deal? I don't think it is. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, go Jets.